So you got to clarify your vision. First and foremost, clarify your vision. This is an opportunity for bright shadow work, which is unlocking your latent capacity, so don't miss that part. Write down everything you imagine you want in relationship on a big list. Then write down everything you've ever not wanted, everything you don't want, everything you've ever hated, everything you've ever resisted about every partner or person ever. Everything you resist about yourself, write all that down on another list. And from that, clarify, what do you want? If I don't want this, what do I want? And then add that to the first list, and that's your vision. That's the first part. The second part is that you need to actually become this. So if you don't have a vision, you don't know what you want, you're going to be resisting what you don't want and inhibiting the capacity of people to show up and serve you and give their gift. And so you're going to be attracting people who want to get from you. And you're also going to be seeking to get from other people to have them shape shift, right? When you clarify your vision, what shifts is that then you know how to openly invite that which you'd like to experience from any occasion, from any relationship, and you might get a no, right? And you might get a yes. And the more skillful you are at allowing an invitation to arise between you and another person, the more likely you're going to get to experience what you'd like to experience. But then there's more, right? So you've got your vision and you can invite it, but sometimes when you invite it, if you ask how it comes across, people tell you that they sound like you're condescending them. It's like it's good that you know what you want and they maybe want to serve, but maybe don't really want to serve, and it's not quite as good as it could be. And so the next step is you need to become your vision. You need to choose to allow yourself to be devoted to becoming everything you seek. And what that does, that flip does, is then you magnetize those qualities. Then you're showing up with that abundance which you seek and value to give. And you're showing up from, if you're a male, that's the difference between showing up as a boy and showing up as a man in relationship. When you show up as a boy, you're trying to get something. When you show up as a man, you're showing up to give something. You're giving of your fullness. You're there to serve. And so if you're a woman, if you're wanting to seek something, you're going to feel this constant sense of scarcity and lack if you're yearning for something. But if you commit to becoming your vision, if you commit to becoming those qualities, you will magnetize that which you desire. You will compel other beings that want to give also, and you can enter into a quality of relationship that is, in my experience, like nothing else. Like nothing else. So how to do that, right? So you've got your vision and you'd like to commit to becoming it. And this part, I'll share a couple of tools that I use. I shared them with my friend who expressed this. And then I want you to interact with me. I want you to either share your questions wherever you see this video, send me an email, call me, ask me about this. There's trainings on this if this is difficult for you, but you can also get it from this video and the other videos that I've put out. So let's talk about how to do this. So take the first thing on your list, and I'll give you an example. For me, I would like to invoke or call in or allow the arising of a relationship that with a person who's devoted to giving her unique gift onto the world. Okay, so what I do is I'm flipping that, and then I'm asking myself, we want to look at capacity, and then will, and then timing. All right, so capacity first. Could I allow myself to welcome, could I allow my devotion to giving of my unique gift onto the world? Okay, and so if you get a no to this, so you're actually asking yourself the question, if you get a no to this, you can either move on, the process will still work, or you can stop there, notice what shows up, notice what arises, welcome whatever arises, notice any resistance to saying yes, welcome that, notice whatever shows up. You can use a pen and a paper. If you get stuck here, get a pen and a paper out, write down what shows up, and then ask yourself the 3 questions about that. If you get another no, write down what you notice and do the questions on that. Could I, would I, when? So could I allow this? Could I allow myself, let's say I have resistance that shows up and I want to dig. So I say, okay, could I welcome this resistance? Right. And then could I let this go as best I can? And would I be willing to welcome this resistance? And would I be willing to let this go as best I can? And when? So usually those are kind of out of order, but it will work. But usually it's could I, would I, when? Could I welcome this? Would I be willing to welcome this? When? And notice what happens. There's likely to be a softening or an opening if you're in touch with your experience. If you're not in touch with your immediate experience, this will get you in touch with your immediate experience. So just move on. Move on to the next thing. Okay? So welcoming it first, then letting it go as best we can. Okay? And then back to the question. So would I be willing to allow my devotion to giving my gift onto the world to be present here? And I feel into that. And if I feel a yes, I ask when. Feel into that. Notice what happens. Be present with what happens. At that point, stop thinking. These structures are for how we navigate our experience. Don't overanalyze this. Just allow yourself to experience it. Allow yourself to engage in these tools for discernment. All right? In these invitations. So noticing what arises, or if you notice yourself thinking a lot, welcome your thoughts and let them go. And come back to the practice, come back to the questions. So if I get a no, would I be willing to allow my devotion to show up in the world? If I get a no to that, then what, right? So then, again, come back to noticing what arises. Notice what's happening in your body. Right now, in this moment, as I describe this, there's a tightening sensation in my shoulders. Okay, so noticing that, welcoming that. Could I welcome this? Yes. Would I be willing to welcome this? Yes. When? I already have. Okay, and I feel it. And then what's next? All right, so if you get a no, notice what arises in your body. Notice what arises emotionally. Those are the main fields there, your sensations and your emotions. Notice what's here. Welcome it as it is. Let go of it as best you can with could I, would I, when. Am I capable? Am I willing? When? Okay, that's the heart of it, and you get to a yes and you check it off and you go to the next piece of your vision. And if you do that, what this does is it brings you from a place of resistance, starting with resistance or projection or wreaking havoc on the self-esteem of other people by criticizing them and demeaning them, whether you're speaking up about your resistance or not because it's felt, letting your shadow wreak havoc on the well-being of those people, those same people that you would like to have show up for you. Okay, resistance, then it brings you through to recognizing your vision. Now you can invite what you'd like. Then the next piece is that it brings you to an embodiment. You can actually inhabit, you can own. Am I capable? You come to your capacity. Am I willing? You come to your will. When you allow it, you embody it, you embody this, it'll bring you to embodiment, and then you're magnetizing that which you desire. You are compelling in this place. And it's because of removing your inner obstacles. We're not adding anything to what we are. We're recognizing our interior obstacles to allowing the actualization of our vision, because you are already compelling. You are already precious by virtue of your presence alone. You are magnificent already. And all of this baggage that we've accumulated in our interior to inhibit ourselves, it's also called upper limits. You can think of it as upper limits. How much awesomeness are you willing to have before you sabotage and find balance, before you sabotage and bring that which is not awesome forth? Or how much freedom, or how much peace, or how much harmony, or how much resonance, or how much connection to the basic goodness of life. Whatever you value most, how much of it are you willing to have before you sabotage? So I've got a couple of quick answers to quick questions. When we sabotage, what do we call that? That's called getting triggered. Can we short circuit our triggers? Yes. We can recognize, learn, and short circuit our triggers. When we crash and we bottom out, can we shift? Can we actively engage what it takes to shift and bring ourselves back up to a higher quality of experience, to allowing more effortlessness, freedom, peace, harmony, connection in our life? Yes. In our relationships, yes. That's called a shift. We can learn those. We can learn ways to shift our experiences. The center of gravity, some of us oscillate way up and way down in terms of our high highs and our low lows, in terms of whatever we're valuing, our freedom, our peace, our connection, our harmony, whatever you care about most. This is applicable to. Some of us have really big oscillations. Some of us have very slow oscillations, but we oscillate around a center of gravity. So the question of, can we shift our center of gravity up? Yes. And this practice alone will do that. And that's what I'm talking about when I say it gets better and better and better. And now that which I thought was, that which seemed out of my league, seemed impossible, seemed too good for me, is now I'm looking from there at the next level, and again and again and again. So yes, you can have what you want. Yes, you can actualize your vision. Yes, you can give yourself permission to dream. Yes, it's possible to clear out all that inner baggage, to recognize it as what it is, and to clear out all that inner baggage to living that which you desire. Yes, it's possible. Yes, there's tools for that. Yes, there's processes for that. Yes, you don't actually need any of these because you're already there. And yes, you can use these tools, processes, you can use coaching, facilitation to support you in the practice of recognizing that you're already perfect. Again and again and again, and recognizing that which you have within you, which would inhibit the actualization of your dreams, and clearing it, so that you are magnetizing exactly that which you most deeply yearn for. And to the question of, am I going to get what I want if I do this? It's like, what you want changes. What you want deepens. The more you show up for yourself, what you seek, what you yearn for reveals itself. What we discover is that connection is not enough when it's dependent on someone else's behavior over time. What we discover is that we desire our intrinsic sense of connection, the essential connection. What we discover is that freedom is not enough when it requires us to gas up a plane and fly. But what we discover in time is that what we seek is our intrinsic freedom. What we seek deepens in time. And yes, everything that you most deeply yearn for, you can have. You can have. You can experience, not even a having, you can experience it. You can allow it. You can clear out the baggage because frankly, it's already here. If you need help with any of this, speak up. Speak up publicly so that everybody gets the benefit of your inquiry. If you want support with any of this, speak up. If you have questions, speak up. If you have a way of deepening this, of taking it to the next level, speak up. Men out there, if you want to challenge me and offer something to contribute this in dedication to humanity, speak up. Put your posts on here, put your responses on here. If you want coaching or consulting, pick up your phone and call me. It's an honor to meet you. Deep bow to you and your process. Deep bow to this, whatever this medium is that allows us to connect. And a deep bow to ourselves for showing up to our practice, for showing up to our inquiry, for showing up to our curiosity and allowing it to be seen by ourselves, felt by ourselves, and an opening through which we can get access to these new perspectives for some, and this reminder of perspectives we already have for others. Thank you so much for showing up, and I'll talk to you soon. Please share your success stories. Aho.